Welcome to our latest Wandering Walks of Wonder adventure. Today we're headed to the historic city of Wabash, Indiana. In 1880, Wabash made history by becoming the first electrically lighted city in the world. The Brush electric light system was inaugurated in Wabash on March 31st, 1880. This event helped to put Wabash on the map and made it a major center for innovation and technology. Our walk begins in front of the Wabash County Museum. The building the museum in was built around 1895, and its earliest known occupant was the Big Four Mercantile Company. It has also served as an undertaking business, a furniture store, a garment manufacturing establishment, and became a Sears Roebuck store in 1937. This beautiful building that we're walking to here on our left is known as the Bedford Block Building. It was built with the joint effort of William J. Wilson, who was the former Wabash postmaster, as well as Warren Bigler, an Indiana state auditor and the first president of the State Association of Abstractors of Title. Of note, in 1910, this building had the first moving picture shown in Wabash. Across the street is the Wabash Loan and Trust Company. In 1927, the Wabash Loan and Trust Company was built by its owner, attorney Nelson G. Hunter, to be, quote, a building of the future that would satisfy the banking needs of Wabash for the next 100 years. However, with economic turmoil during the Great Depression, the bank was forced to close its doors in 1932. From 1940 to 1966, the Wabash Plain Dealer newspaper had its offices in the building. Just across the street from the bank building is the Bradley Block Building. This building was a popular passenger stop for the interurban and streetcars that once stopped by this business location. Charles and Oscar Bradley housed their pharmacy on the first floor for over 40 years beginning in 1901. Offices occupied the second floor, while the third floor served as a civic meeting room and ballroom. The two-story brick building in front of us was constructed by the Enoch P. Small family in the 1880s. It opened up as Small and Company's flour and feed store, which served as an outlet for Upper Union Mills, which was also operated by the Smalls family. Mr. Small is known to have installed the first roller mill ever used in Wabash County. Theodore Small expanded the operation in the 1890s to include groceries. His son Goldwyn and Garl continued the business until the 1940s. The building that we see over here across the street, called the Market Street Grill, was once the S.J. Payne building. This building was constructed in 1898. When the building opened, it was both a furniture store and an undertaking business owned by Samuel J. Payne. In the late 19th century, it was really common for furniture manufacturers to be closely related to the making of coffins. Here at this intersection are two of the more historic buildings in downtown Wabash. On our right is the Eagles building. This building was constructed in 1985 as a theater and business block building, and it was created and paid for by the Fraternal Order of Eagles. The theater had the seating capacity of 1,163 people with offices on the upper floors. The theater still shows first-run films and is now home to the Wabash Marketplace as well as the Historic Landmarks Foundation of Indiana. Across the street is the Hotel Indiana. This building was constructed in 1920 and it's in the Georgian Revival style. In the early 20th century, Wabash residents agreed upon the importance of the establishment of a high-class modern hotel. This goal was accomplished with the opening of the Hotel Indiana in May of 1920. At the time, it was thought that no other hotel in the area could compete with this state-of-the-art facility. Designed by John Knox Taylor, the supervising architect of the U.S. Treasury Department, this post office opened its doors on April 20th, 1912. Fremont Ward acted as the superintendent of construction for the erection of this $70,000 structure. The First United Methodist Church was dedicated on March 11, 1900 during the pastorate of Reverend H.N. Herrick. The congregation was organized way back in 1837. The 1890 pipe organ in the church came from their 1863 building, once located on the site across the street that is now St. Bernard Catholic Church. Once one of the most respected physicians in the region, Dr. James Ford built this home with his wife, America. Dr. Ford also served as the charter trustee of Northwestern Christian, later Butler University in Indianapolis. Currently, the Dr. James Ford Historic Home is a museum offering interpretations of 19th century family life in Wabash. Inside you will see a doctor's offices, decorative arts, gardening, and much more. We're now walking past two more historic churches in the Wabash area. The first is Presbyterian Church. The current Presbyterian Church was constructed to replace the original building erected in the 1850s. The present structure was built over about a 4-year period of time and cost about $28,000. Across the street from the Presbyterian Church is the Wabash Christian Church. This church was designed by Dr. James Ford. The church building, which has been in continuous service for over 130 years, is one of the oldest religious structures in the county. This beautiful building that looks like a castle and is made of limestone is Memorial Hall. This building was constructed as a tribute to Union Civil War veterans, and it was said to be the second structure of its kind in the United States. The building has served as the meeting hall for the Grand Army of the Republic, which was an organization of Civil War Union veterans, a community room for dinners, and the meeting place for the Women's Temperance Union Convention in 1904. In addition, it served as a temporary hospital for the influenza epidemic of the 1920s. The present Wabash County Courthouse is actually the third for the county. History was made only months after its completion in 1879 when 4 brush arc lamps were temporarily attached to the tower of the courthouse, making Wabash the first electrically lighted city in the world. Across the street from the courthouse is the Shively Block building. This building was also constructed in 1897. It was built to create more space for attorneys by Judge Harvey B. Shively. For a large part of its early years, the Shively Block was home to many notaries, attorneys, loan officers, and insurance men. The northernmost storefront was occupied from 1901 to 1937 by the Gackenhire Pharmacy, best known for its soda fountain that they had on the site. Once more, we have reached an intersection with two very historic buildings. The brick building that we see here on our left was the old City Hall building. It was constructed in 1883 by architect Frederick A. Grant. The first floor of the structure served as the fire department, with the upper floors used as offices for the chief municipal officials of Wabash. The blue building that we see was constructed in 1882. It was built by Solomon Wilson. This structure held drugstores from its construction until around 1918. After that time, it became Shearer's Grocery Market and retained that name for over 60 years. I hope you've enjoyed your time walking around the historic city of Wabash, Indiana. Make sure to hit that like and subscribe button, and we'll see you on our next Wandering Walks of Wonder. Take care now. Bye.